Thanks, Tyro. Thanks, Casually Hardcore. Thanks, James. Yeah, I saw that, Warren. All right. Do I want to try and farm for Titans, or do I just want to run? I mean, I should probably just run this chick a little bit more. And Elise with the sub as well. My goodness.
Join my army of the dead.
Thanks for the D2R patch video. You explained it very well.
Thank you. Let's try. It's always tough, you know, because that was my first time seeing it, so I'm trying to have an immediate thought on it, and, you know, it's very easy to sometimes feel like you just are... Oh, there we go. It's on the offhand. You're just kind of whatever with it. What do we end up paying for the charity? Top right. 25,182 is where we're at. If we hit 26,000, I'll give away an Enigma. Oh, nomadic. No. It's okay. It happens, buddy.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
Waggle,
How's
thank
Mama
you.
Llama?
Mama Llama's good. She had surgery for her knee. They went in, cleaned it up, fixed some stuff. And she's feeling a lot better now. So she's still walking around on crutches, but she was definitely improved already. Thank you for asking. What did I make with the HelloFresh kit for her yesterday? Oh, it was actually so good. The zucchini bibimbap.
When D2 Mobile and D4 Uber Mobile. Glad to hear she's better.
Yes. Yeah, the like zucchini bibimbap, whatever it was delicious. Bibimbap's like Korean style of meal. Radial Orden. Yeah, dude, Ordens are gonna be insane. It's like rice and veggie, and this didn't have any meat, but you can do like meat. All that stuff kind of mixed in. And yeah, I really need to probably start gearing this chick up. When does ladder reset? Man, I wish I knew. Where's my shield at? It's on my offhand. I'll switch over to it eventually. Tuesday we're getting new patch PTR. Did I make it Italian fusion? I don't know what that means, so no. I just followed the recipe exactly. No, it's not ladder has started. It is PTR 2.4 is coming soon. Like I say, Tuesday. Tuesday is when that's all happening. So we're going to be partying hard on Tuesday. Perfect BK, let's go. Yeah, at this point, a few plus skills will do this chick a lot of help. This is just P1 currently. I just need to get more skills to boost our damage up. No, they're gonna reset all of the characters, all the accounts. I think they're actually gonna reset it down to level 1. And the PTR will be all about like playing through. I don't know if they're gonna give us some chance to like actually have the character already kind of made or whatever, you know? But I think they really want us to play through the game with the characters as well, which, you know, is important, so. When's ladder? No one cares about this PTR? I do. This PTR is where we figure out if things need to be adjusted before we get into the ladder. Very important time. Stacked it. Jesus. That's insane, Warren. There's so many changes I want to see. Wild. Does cooking always mean to lightning? Yeah. Now I have use for the dragon armor. It's true. If you throw a lightning fury jab and go through a TV back to time, it makes a really long load screen.
Yes.
Really? That's funny.
Good day.
Do we lose all our current gear when PTR starts? No, I mean... Well, yes and no, I suppose.
Join my army.
Thanks, Paint. None of your like non-ladder gear is lost or anything, but PTR is going to be... Everything currently on the PTR will be lost. If that's what you're asking about.
Join my army of the
No news on ladder chat yet.
Oh, by the way, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and Old New Year and Slavic Christmas and so on. Since got trapped with family gatherings since you relaunched the Bumble account.
Thank you. Oh, the fire damage you're saying, Warren? Did they announce what the change is going to be yet? I just thought I heard them say they're going to change declone spawning, but I didn't see what. New Obsession Runeward seems insane. The new Obsession Runeward seems like the best runeward they added in the way of a staff actually is viable. I love it. And it's a Zod rune, so like it's gonna be expensive, but it has, there's definitely gonna be instances where a staff is best in slot, you know? Yeah, they say a global event, but is that, I mean, they didn't say like how many SOJs left to be sold or something, you know? Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of annies if it spawns at still the same amount, you know? So they're going to have to probably increase it to like 10 times the amount. Mist and Flickering Flame might be good for a fire boson. Yeah, I think you could do something like that.
Good afternoon.
Finding use for all the underused runes? Yeah. Oh yeah, Cham and Zod just got some value. For sure. Why tie SOJ to it at all? I mean, that's just kind of history. Legacy at that point, probably. Hand Justice, Dragon, Flickering Flame with Fair and a Fire Boson. Do I have Titans? No. I'm leveling this girl up some. Then I'll probably respec her, put a Spirit on her. And I guess the question is, do we want to get Titans for her? Or do I just want to shove Shaco? Yeah, I probably don't need the Titans even, honestly. Overall good positive changes with the update? Yeah, I think the update's fantastic. Like I say, it doesn't increase the overall power too much, while bringing up a lot of small power for a lot of underused stuff, you know? Increased duration on battle command. Yeah, there's a lot of small ones like that.
Afternoon.
Wow, Master. Unbending Will, a Merc weapon. You could put it on an Act 5 Mercenary. And it would be a decent one for, you know, early to middle of the game. Rex and Spec Vengeance. Ooh, 3 to jab and spear
What
skills.
is the point of farming there?
It's kind of tempting. I'm just doing player 7 right here to just get a lot of experience. So that's the point, is just to get a lot of experience to level up this character. It's just like super fast, easy experience. What area am I excited to farm after the patch? Oh, honestly, I think the Arachnid Lair right off that waypoint should be just a pretty easy jump over. I look like the cave diver who saved the 14 boys in Thailand. Hey, you know what? If there's a lot of boys in a little hole, I'm going to get in that hole and get them out.
How may I be of help?
That's all I can say. 2 to source skills. In Thailand. You remember when they got stuck and Elon Musk got mad because he didn't get to save the boys? Y'all remember that? Come on. Act 5 red portals look fun? Nah, they just have no density. Without density boost, Act 5 portals still suck. They overtune Holy Fire changes? Yeah. Also, Bladeson has to be overtuned, right? I mean, it just has to be. You have like 1000% damage, Blade Shield, and Blade Sentinels and things. I mean, it's gotta just be massively overtuned, right? I mean, I'm excited for it, but it just can't be. I know they're useless right now, but it's such a big change. Looks like they forgot the cave and the crypt, though. I was surprised they didn't change the crypt to be 85. Will my first PTR character be the Bladeson? Maybe, or Summon Druid. I'm eager to try out my Raven summoning. Is Holy Fire overtuned in the sense that dual dragon would be better than one dual dream? Or yeah, I mean, it's just you're going to have so much. Because you can literally get dragon, hand of justice or whatever, right? So you can have 3 sources of Holy Fire stacking. Which should mean you just murder everything. Yeah, because they're multiplicative, not addition. So I think it's just going to be disgusting. And then you could still run. I guess you would run Phoenix or something in the offhand, right? In the shield.
Hello.
Or wait, are you running? Let me think. No, you're running dragon. Because you're running dragon, armor, and shield. And then you're running dream helm and hand of justice weapon. Or you can do flickering flame in the helm if you want, I guess, to get that minus 13%. I mean, it's definitely not going to be easy to find 6 open socket with good mods, but the thing is, any white staff that's like an Archon staff or a, war staff or anything like that you find late on can always be taken to Larzik for 6 open sockets guaranteed. So it's actually going to be not as difficult. It'd be a lot harder to find like a 5 open socket staff at that point. You thought only Archon staffs could be 6 open socket? Yeah, that class. War staff, Archon staff. What's the middle one? The Iron Jang Bong. Rune staff. Those are the only 3 staffs that are going to be able to get 6. So most people will be looking for War and Rune staffs. Archon staffs, I'm not sure the requirements on them, but probably a little higher. Oh, 25 and 34 strength requirement. Never mind, that's easy. War staff has 0. All right, so they're all fine then. It's literally any of those staves. You know what's something a lot of people aren't actually considering about this patch though, and one of the best things? It's the Act 3 Mercenary. And you're saying, yeah, we know, enchant's great, all the damage, blah, blah, blah. But on a playthrough, getting enchant, the attack rating for melee characters, amazing. So good. That's a massive boost and buff for all the melee characters to get the added damage and attack rating while they're playing. Mr. Danmo with the T2 sub. He's still going to be permadead. That's okay. You just stack him up with a bunch of fire skills. You get his enchant to be level, 13, 14, 15, whatever. And then you have your enchant and you're good. Then you resurrect it when you need to get more attack rating and damage. Worth it. How does the Merc survive on a playthrough, though? I mean, he'll probably die. No, I mentioned that, Horo. Obsession, you don't have to have the strength anymore for Spirit, which is a big save. So it's even more life because that's more vitality. Ooh. Hello, Paul Rune. I don't mind that. Have rune drop's been increased? Nope. Aren't you still gonna need the strength for CTA and spirit on swap? No, you don't run spirit then.
Afternoon.
You just run CTA plus lidless wall or something low like that, and just run the 1+1 skill. Minor loss for a lot of life gain. Totes worth. When can we expect news on Act 6? I think when... Wait. I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody knows. That'd be cool, though. That would be cool. I wish. Maybe one day. Do you think an Act 5 Merc could Uber?
No.
Maybe. I feel like if you spend enough time. Ebasan, thank you. They still receive the 3x damage. Yeah, I guess that would be the problem. I'm just thinking if I life tap him,
Carry anymore.
he's just not going to have the focus on the bosses and stuff that probably needs to be done, you know? Unfortunately.
Moo.
What's up at MR Llama SC?
What up? What up, what up? Thank you, old man Sphinx.
Bay
and
Envy
Bay
gifted a tier
Envy
1
with the
sub to
gifted
DJ
sub.
North Finn.
Thank you.
Salutations.
Was it difficult to act as if you hadn't seen the PTR patch notes before?
I am overburdened.
Don't know what you're talking about. Making some... I mean, they increase the life of an Act 5 mercenary and defense. So that's something. Yeah, just press H for hell. What are we looking for? Just experience. I just want to level up to probably 75. Probably good. How's the cooking going with HelloFresh? Are my skills improving? They are. I cooked for my mama yesterday, and that was great. And then this morning, I cooked her breakfast. It was very nice. Like I say, yesterday's meal, the bibimbap, zucchini bibimbap. Exclamation mark, HelloFresh. Highly recommended. Highly. If you are looking for a delicious meal, and it's a vegetarian one too, if you're into that, go get it. Did I move back in with them? Nah, my mom just had surgery yesterday morning, so I went over to help out. Did I cook her children? Oh my god.
Can I help you?
Nice. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I do like it a lot. Sick. Do you drive to make breakfast? That's number one son. I don't even call my mom for breakfast. Well, I went over last night and I made her dinner, and then we watched a movie. We watched the Between the Ferns movie. It's fun. And then I stayed over there, and in the morning I woke up, made her breakfast, hung out with her, helped her make some. She makes like candy Valentine's Day bags for all the kids in the neighborhood.
Moo.
Thanks, C-Rock. So helped her with all that. Then went for a nice walk. It was beautiful outside today. Tiny bit chilly, but very pretty. And then came home to work. Amalama is very sweet. Best way to clean out your ears? I've heard gifting subs helps. Just a rumor. Oof. That's a little bit cold up there. No, thank you. Or you can just get those elephant ear things and you just and then go in and spray it all out.
Moo.
Slanek gifted a tier 1 sub to AMP 1523.
Slanek, thank you very much. I hope your ears feel better. They still feel goopy. It takes a minute or two. Kotal! Cleaning out the ears. Wow. My goodness. With 25 gifted subs. Really need to clean out your ears. Hey, I went to the doctor and cleaned my ears. Like a month ago. His ears are clean AF. Right? So clean. You went to color therapy with Dr. Wiener for your ears? Whatever happened to the crystals in my ears? They're better now. I did the maneuver to shift them around and get them aligned properly, and I no longer have vertigo. Binary, thank you. With the cheer gift. Love it. Did they use saline and syringe or vacuum? No, they like, she like, you know, whatever. Jam stuff in. What happened to the fro? I haven't had a fro in a while. I mean, I just permed my hair a while ago, so, you know. It's just not permed anymore, I guess. We're 73 right now. I just want to get 75 real fast. Epley movement to get rid of Virgo. Yep. It did it. It worked. Aligned my crystals. Bow Amazon next ladder. It'd be fun.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
My left ear is clogged 6 months. Oh, God.
Afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, it felt really nice when I got my ears cleaned, but I still had the vertigo because of that. You had vertigo for 4 days straight once? I mean, that's basically how it was for me as well until I did the upland maneuver stuff. It was like 4 to 5 days straight. Shit, a quarter? That's disgusting. Like 4 to 5 days straight. I could not, like, oh, it was so bad. Why are human bodies so bad at resolving ear goop? I mean, don't human bodies like ear goop? Can this guy drop good things? Yeah, he can also drop good things. Yo. That's unfortunate. Which area do I find Tal's armor the most frequently? I feel like Pendle dropped it an okay amount. I mean, I don't know. It's just all those areas. Like, Tal's armor actually drops quite often. Nah, it's too far, Graham. I can just reset and come back here. When you farm a lot in area level 85 areas, it drops all the time. It's just if you're just like farming, you know, if you're doing a bunch of like Mephisto and Endariel and you're kind of slow to kill things and all that stuff, then yeah, it's going to take a while, but yeah, overall, it's like, if you just go down into those area level 85s and farm for a week or two, you're gonna find one for sure. Thanks, Gallus. Arachnid Lair, I think, X, but we'll see when I'm playing what I like. Nice lion. Good lord. Tao's Ami is kind of more all over, just random.
Moo.
Quick draw, thank you.
Good afternoon.
New mustache is lit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying it out. When Puppy Girl came to get her dog, because she was picking it up after I had it for the charity stream, as she was leaving, she was like, "Nice mustache, by the way." So, I don't know. I feel like now I have to keep it. She was talking to the dog. Or did she feel like she had to say nice because it was new? I don't think so. I think she thought it looked nice.
Does Puppy Girl know you stream with the dog? Or does she just think you like watching the dog?
No, I told her that I was using the dog for streaming. Abusing it? No. Not abusing it. The dog got plenty of treats and pets and got to sit in our lap and play Diablo sometimes. It was fine.
I can't parry anymore.
Really?
Yeah, Yes, but how did she say it? What was the tone? Did she look like she was holding back a laugh?
No, she wasn't holding back a laugh. It was sincere. It was like, huh, nice mustache, by the way.
What do you need?
And then she left. So I'm not amazing at reading women, but I would say it meant we're gonna get married based on how she said it.
Salutations.
So, gonna say I'm not an expert reader, but that was a pretty, felt like a pretty, you know, I felt pretty spot on with it. What sets I feel would be worth upgrading? I mean, not a lot. Maybe like Death Sash as I'm playing through the game or something, just to keep that canopy frozen. Could do some like upgrade on like Alders or ooh, Spired Helm. Natty's boots for kicking. Unique Spired Helm. Come on. Let's go, baby. Give me that Nightwing. Come on. Nice. 14% Nightwings. Let's go. That's a good find, man. Wow. GG. I was not expecting to find a Nightwing's Veil today. $20 decks. Easy streamer loot. No, that's a solid item right there. I've got waters. Do I want to switch to the Natalia's for a little more run speed? Maybe. I've got that. Yeah. I mean, that's a really good. It took us a long time to find that on our last Grail, too.
Found a 3% ML 6% LL quad res high lightning ring today.
Nice.
10-30 seconds. Tasty, tasty find.
Nice. Eldritch drop it? Yeah. I mean, the nice thing is we're just like farming Eldritch for some experience right now, and we've gotten Rune and Nightwings already off of him. This has ended up been some of the best Eldritch farm I've done in a long time. Your RNG got way better once you subbed? Look, I'm not saying that subscribing increases your magic find or helps with your MF or anything like that. I'm not saying it does. Need more data? Best place to farm Lem and Rune. Probably just Hell Countess. What does subscribing to hot tub streams help? Probably ED. Passion Fades changed after you viewed it. The only difference was them mentioning they changed how Wear Reform attack speed works. Interesting. Are they getting rid of it just being from the weapon now? Sammy! Thank you. Traditional IS now. Okay, good. Training belt and shield worth? I mean, not a lot. What MF? Nah, I mean, it's probably nothing on this character, really. All right, 75. Way to copy my mustache. So, I was on the tweeter a few days
James
ago.
Michael Cox gifted a tier 1 sub to Crytopsy.
And
they have given 63 gift subs in the channel.
This guy I follow, Adam Fletcher, suddenly was rocking a mustache. And he was rocking it with his shirt off and he looked super good. And I was like, maybe if I get a mustache, I too will get ripped. So we got the first part. Got the first part. Ignal, thank you. You're genial. Mustache is plus 10 to strength, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Tar, Draven. Yeah, Dwarf. Laying of Hands. I mean, she's probably okay with what she has. I'm one of the few guys who can actually rock the stash. Really? I did not think it was great, but I'm kind of okay with having a new look for it. Shaco there, Gold Dagger. Honestly, I should make peace. Do I have Shale Thol Am? That's the question. I have Amrune, Thulrune. I don't have Shale though. I mean, I could also make a Treachery if I wanted. Try and get the IS. I already have a Treachery, though. Okay.
Stay a while and listen.
Yeah, I think I'll run for the peace on it. Fresh, thank you. Would the Nightwings be better than the Shaco? I mean, it provides more damage. So, kind of. Oh, it's player 7. What grade can I boulder? I did my first, I mean, it's top rope, but 12A a couple weeks ago. I think overall they haven't made the game too much easier because they've buffed lower stuff, but they haven't buffed like a lot of the higher stuff. I could still see maybe some of it being a little bit much though. So we'll have to see. So it'd probably like a V7. It was like my first like V7 if it was boulder grade. Otherwise, I'm generally bouldering like V4 to V6. That's what I usually like aim for. That's just unlucky. Unlucky, Blaze. It's not great tower maps here. Tower row. Dragon palette, yeah. Fire is going to be pretty crazy. They might have to adjust it. Yeah, I mean, I think it is... Oh, wow, really, Prime? I think it is going to, like, ultimately be a little bit easier, but...
For some reason, I am imagining a llama Pokemon casting strength from Pokemon to roll a boulder.
Something like that. First time making it. Welcome here. Happy to have you. Let's see. What runes do I need to up for Shale? Is it AMs? No, it's Souls. AMs go to Souls. Souls go to Shales. And I don't have that. Plus, I would need the chip gems anyways. You need a chip sapphire with it. So it's like I have to find too much stuff.
The Order welcomes you.
Tuesday. I mean, Armageddon's still going to be garbage skill, I'm pretty sure. It just doesn't hit at all. It's so slow to actually hit things. Wow, that hurt. What?
Hello.
Yeah, I want to use some of the new rune words for sure. Eldritch. Players 1 still? Or that was player 7, no wonder. I gotta remember I have to adjust it every time right now because I didn't change the arguments. Will changes apply to offline? Yes. Just not the new rune words. Those will be ladder only. For the first ladder, and then they'll go to offline. I really want to try Bladeson. I want to try Summon Druid. Trying to think what else looks really exciting. Yeah, I love the Carbon ones. Spears on will still probably be meh, but could be fun.
Good day.
Insight change, will it be ladder only? No, that'll be both. Insight and bow and crossbow makes me want to do like a physicals on as well. Bows on should be exciting to try.
Ooh.
Oh. Thanks, Sleepy. Poison jab will be interesting, yeah.
Greetings.
Novasource with Obsession. Why is anybody talking about the attack speed changes for the wear form? Because they added it after the fact, so a lot of us didn't see it when we first read it. Oh my god. I know, it's actually really big. Simplified that whole piece. Obsession Fury Druid? I don't think it's good there. Doesn't have like damage or anything really. Thorns viable? I mean, they're changing Thorns to now be flat damage, so we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it works. IS-Gear works on Shapeshift now, yep. They added that. Are we playing PD2 again? Sure. Nah, they won't make all skills flat. Oh god.
Good day.
Fireclaw could actually be really solid now, yeah.
Yes.
Excited for ladder as well. No clue when it's gonna be. I'm just excited for PTR though.
2.42.42.4.
Ching! Thank you. Necromancer Fire Golems with level 40 aura. It's gonna be disgusting. And that's just a level 20 Fire Golem. What about after all the plus skills and stuff? You could have like a level 70 Holy Fire or something stupid. Killer! Rune! We did it!
Good day.
There. Okay. Shell. Thal am. Let's go get an armor for her. Wow, crowbar. Actually, let's go here. Best base for Dream Helm. I feel like it's in like a bone helm a lot of times. People like it. Probably IX. We'll have to see what it looks like, but... Ooh, matchy. Ooh. Tempting. It was tempting.
Afternoon.
Okay. Put the lore away. Yeah, our stash has a decent amount, actually. Sir, Mal, Ist. Goal. A few pulls. I don't know if I have any runes. Check this way.
Thank all.
Yeah, I need to sort my stash a little bit. Probably just do a rune page and
How may I
figure
help?
from there. Oops. Grizz set Holy Fire. I mean, I'd rather run all the Holy Fire from all the stuff, but could probably work. Grizz set's actually decent, you know.
How may I help you?
Nice hardcore. Yep.
It is an honor to serve you.
What do I think the chances are they'll actually do a currency tab? I'm hopeful.
Good day.
I'm very hopeful. We're just looking for 3 open socket armor.
How may I help
Breastplate, so it's light.
Good day.
Come on. What's the currency tab? Just all of the runes, gems, keys, organs, all that stuff in a single tab, and it stacks. So you can just have all that stuff in one spot.
Good day.
Alright, just run cows for the base. I mean, we could do that too, but this will be generally pretty fast.
Blessings to
Don't tell them, but honestly, I would totally buy it if they did make it. But let's not get started with that.
Hello.
There's a lot of standouts for the PTR. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of stuff we could go through with it again, and more stuff to discuss on each piece, and
Hello.
so much. Bengals Titans, great game right now. I mean, I don't know who I want that, you know, which team I want to win, honestly. Guys, we're not turning on shopping music. We're gonna find this really soon, so just give it All right, Jesus. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Is there anything else I want to wear right now? I kind of want to just respec over to the spirit. What do I have? 121 strength? The +2 skills is really nice. Yeah, they're Nat's boots. I have treks that I could run, which should give us another 11 strength. So that's 102, 132. 34, 136. I have 2 passive and magic Amazon skillers. Just like not quite enough strength. 138. We're just like 20 short. It's okay. Let's give this a try and see how it goes. I have a strength belt I could put on, but then I'm sacking the razor tail, which don't really want to do that. That's not worth 2 skills. You know? If only I had a helm that could pierce. I know. Oh, that'd be so helpful. Evil Grizzly, thank you. I do, thanks for asking. Best in slot shield for Javazons? Spirit or J-Mod. Some people like Storm Shield. Phoenix is also kind of fun for it. Well, it just kind of depends what you want to do. Priority to catch me on stream as a French viewer. I know. I mean, I've been streaming a little bit more EU friendly times. Like obviously tonight is not the most EU-friendly time, but like I said, my mom had surgery, so I was with her all day and last night, so that's just gonna happen. But the previous day we streamed at a decent time. So we work it around. 2 6-hour streams, 7 days a week. See, I could do that, but I'd only be able to do it for like a couple weeks, and then I'd be really burned out and exhausted and wouldn't like streaming anymore. So it's a tough one, you know?
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, I like a lot of stuff. Moo moo, moo moo. I mean, I'm definitely still evaluating and looking at just, you know, all that stuff in general. Stream times, when to stream, when to do other stuff, when to whatever. You know, I'm trying to really balance my life a little bit better because I was working too much. So we're, you know, just looking around at different options. But I'd say I generally enjoy being around if I can stream around like 12:30, 1 o'clock US Central Time, I think that's around my favorite time to like stream. Because it gives me time to like wake up and go for a walk, go climb, go do something like that, you know? And come back and do that. Any ladder resets or anything? No? Titans just need field goal to win it. Oof. Thanks, Muskie. Ooh, double bow. Might be new. I've done a bases review for all the bases you want to look out for. It wouldn't be that much different, honestly, for this, you know. It's like, I guess you're still looking for the GMB or just like a 6 open socket Hydra bow. And then, you know, a cool staff, I guess. Obsession could find some cool things, but we still have to kind of test and see how it plays and how it feels and everything. Kenny, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you very much. No, the Nightwings came from, and thank you, CKU. Eldritch. It's crazy. Will they play PTR? Uh-huh. No, you're not going to be able to break her, Malum. But your mercenary can kill her.
Good to see you.
Okay, let's look. Endless Hail, we do have. Catherine Seal we have, and we have that as well. Is Throwbarb good P1? Yeah, he's actually not bad. Did I try the Blade Sin yet? I mean, not yet. When it comes out, we will. Tuesday. Why don't I hero edit gear to make builds similar to 2.4? I'll just wait till 2.4? I don't know. Like, it's coming on Tuesday. It's what? Saturday? I mean... We're gonna get close to it here, so... All right.
Moo.
Mr. Llama SC gifted a tier 1 sub to Cosmic_Hawk2.
Moo.
Mr. Llama SC gifted a tier 1 sub to Epic Duese.
Duese.
What do you need?
No, it's not up yet. Let's go crystalline. No! Stop it. Wait, what? Why did I run this way?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what the AI looks like and stuff. How they act. Because they said they made some improvements to Merc AI, right? He's trying. I was trying, but I should have just gave up when I saw the souls. I mean, Javazons get a little stronger. Which is going to be wild. But, I mean, they're really opening up a lot of stuff, you know, to have less requirements. Oh, God. Can we stop with souls? Jesus. Oh my god. Just don't put souls in there and we're fine.
Hello.
$20 left at the 50 Cincy's ball.
Use the whole field here.
Oh, they're in field goal range! No way! How do you give them that? Burrow's gonna do it! Wow, that corner just got smoked. The Titans are in shambles.
Gear.
Good job on that, thank you. Alright, I'll show some gear here soon. Going for any team in the games tonight? Nah, I mean, I was Cowboys, so, you know, I'm just disappointed like usual. Just disappointed like usual. Alright, let's see this. Okay. No souls. Okay, that helps our resistances. I mean, they're in field goal range, but it's a long field goal still. That's not a gimme. It's still like a 50-yarder or something. Okay, they're just going to set it up on the hash there for him. 52, yep. Black Bog's best choice? I mean, Death Web is best choice. He's already made a 54-yarder today. Oh boy. This is wild. And the Bengals win it. Macabre, thank you. Absolutely wild. How you doing, bud? Trade Talks with the $5 for the kids. Thank you so much. You're just doing this. Wow, what a clutch kicker, man. What a clutch kick. Straight up wild. I don't have much, but I like to support. I mean, nah, that's it. Thank you so much. If everybody here threw $5 for the kids, we'd have more dollars. Exclamation mark charity. 3 people managed to get sub 6. Wow, that's insane. If you would like to contribute,
Good afternoon. Wait, you ran an Amazon that fast, Macabre? I thought nobody was gonna try the Amazon. It's just there wasn't enough information on the Amazon. That was the problem. There just wasn't enough information, you know? How do I know where to put it? I felt like I just don't. I figured somebody could run some sort of crazy Amazon like that. That's why I couldn't set it down. I mean, that seems like it was balanced out really well then. Because if you were on pace for sub 510, then that would have put you in first overall, which means it was right at the perfect spot. Mikey with 50 doll hairs for the kids. Mwah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shambert, for the sub. Yeah, like I said before, I'm just gonna run the charity stream. I mean, we've done the charity stream twice. I'll probably do one more at the very end, I imagine, like a Valentine's Day or something like that. We'll figure out. But exclamation mark charity. I'm just gonna have this kind of running and down on my donation link until the 19th. So if you want to contribute, no more Freddie Mercury. What are you talking about? I still got it. If you want to contribute there, like I say, anything and everything. It's for Cook Children's healthcare, for children who can't afford healthcare and need it. And I'll give away an Enigma at 26,000 raised. Thank you, BPTBK. Appreciate the sub. I've got the aviators in the car. Soren with the 25 as well for the keys. That's right. None of us are going to be busy on Valentine's Day. Exactly. And Dre Boy. Wow. Honestly, like I say, if everybody just tosses, you know, I mean, it's one of those things. Good afternoon.
If you can help out, $5, $1, $10, whatever, you know. Power in numbers. We could be, you don't know. You know. Do we though? Come on. I mean, I also play this game with myself every Valentine's Day. I'm like, oh, but this year. Last time I had a nice Valentine date was when I took Tunnel Girl to a nice fancy Italian restaurant, but only because I tricked her into going on a date with me on Valentine's Day when she didn't think it was a date or she didn't realize it was Valentine's Day. Evo with the 10, thank you. I did the whole, hey, how about 2 weeks from now we go out and grab some food. Wait, what if we move it to the next
Thank you for the
Friday,
great
but
content.
not the
Already
one
seen a bunch of your
after,
vids on
you know,
YT.
prior to
Here
the
just
work
giving
day
some money
off.
from Daddy Bezos.
And she was like,
GLHF.
sure, okay, that'll work. And then I got a date on Valentine's Day. And then at the end she said, this was not supposed to happen like that. I felt like you tricked me into going on a date with you that I didn't want to go on. And I said, Saga!
Less than 3.
But ultimately it didn't work out, and I don't know why. Piranha and Chrysalid, thank you very much for the subs. It's usually not good to deceive people. I mean, how else was I going to get a date? Check how well my Javazon does in the Chaos Sanctuary. It's probably okay. All relationships are built on deceit. Exactly. Why Eldritch only? I'm just farming there right now. No, Chuck. Was is the key word. Thanks, Chuck. You are. I know, there was like no ghost in here. Ghosts are the good things. We want the ghosts. And the high runes are. But yeah, so I mean, she does fine down here. I ain't afraid no ghost. That's right. If a pally maxes out Holy Shock and do double Dream, does it all stack? Yeah, the Holy Shock's stacking. I mean, it'd be better to run Conviction, though. How successful were the lower cross runs? Great, we found 2 Sur runes and an Ohm rune. On top of some other nice things. Tons of like Magic Find Charms and stuff, which was really nice. How much does Death's Web cost about? It's like a good high rune. Ow. I hate almost dying in load screens. Oh wait, almost from Andy, you're right. But we did find 2 Sur runes. We found a Goal rune, maybe? Like 3 Mal runes? A couple, something like that. Some Lems, maybe a pole. Yeah, perfect D-Web is pretty solid. Decently expensive. Your girlfriend wants to take a ride on the stash? I mean, there's not a lot of good items in it yet. The Sur runes, I guess. Maybe she wants those. I mean, a perfect D-web would go for more than Burr, I would imagine. You're probably looking at like 3 burrs for a perfect or something. Near perfect is probably like 1.5. Can you subscribe without Prime on your phone? Uh-huh. Should just be the subscribe button. Or ! Subscribe.
What do you need?
Gonna bring back the GG Fine vids for this account? Yeah, maybe I should do GG Fine vids for both of those Sir Runes. Those could both be solid ones to start. For a 48 with a 5/5 already in it. Nice. Next level, you give me Daddy Bezos' money. I do love Daddy Bezos' money. If you have Amazon Prime, today is your daily reminder. This is your daily reminder. ! Prime, you can link it with Twitch and get 1 free sub on Twitch. Can use that anywhere you want every single month, but you have to use it every single time. Ooh, nice, Maris. Every single month, it does not auto-renew. So you gotta click it again. You just press the subscribe button. It'll tell you if your Prime subscription is free or not.
Move.
If it is ready or not. And then you can use it here. You can use it somewhere else.
Move.
Anywhere on Twitch, just make sure you use it. Steal back from Daddy Bezos. Thor's Banjo, thank you for the Prime. And Sterling Blue Eyes with the sub. Mwah. $28, nice. Ouch.
I am overburdened.
You're like level 40 something. Didn't respect poison. Shit. Generally, you want to wait for poison until it's like later. The audio's there now. Have I been doing much painting? I did hang up some paintings in my place now. I gotta hang up actually some more in my room. And I think we'll have a painting stream soon. What would I do with $68.7 billion in cash? Probably use it to end world hunger. Help out a lot of people. Cook a few children. Something like that. Too poor to sub at the moment. Still have my streams. How dare you come in here and not no. Don't ever worry about it.
How may I be of help?
I am extremely blessed to have such an amazing community with so many opportunities. Don't worry. If you cannot afford to subscribe, do not subscribe to this channel. Unless you're using like your Twitch Prime. But do not take money out of your pocket if you cannot afford it. Just don't. Use that to improve yourself, your own situation, everything there. I agree, Zereth. Just do that.
Mila Fox home away from
I say
home.
if you have you already done that and you're doing fine, you got extras left over, you can feel free to subscribe if you would like. If you don't want to, that's totally fine as well. I just appreciate you guys being here. Honestly, it helps me a lot. just having viewers helps a ton for a lot of things. I can get cool sponsorships and things like that, and just you being around there sharing the stream with friends, whatever things.
Afternoon.
Yeah, I pick up a few different rare weapons. I like rare crystal swords to check and dimensional blades.
Oh, Neelathok's home away from home.
Do you have even more you're looking to give away to help out? You have a little charity goal you want to meet every year? !charity. Great place to give a little extra. Sterling Blue Eye with 100 doll hairs donated to the kids. As we say it. Can we get some love for Sterling? It's very thoughtful of you. Mwah! Thank you so much. Because again, got to get them sick kids healthy. We do. We do.
Moo.
Chrono, thanks for the sub. Because again, there's just a lot of people that are less fortunate and have it tough. And helping them out is something, it's just always a good reminder, you know? Good to remember to help those less fortunate. Lathler, thank you. With the prime sub. And Ginjania.
Oh, Neelathok's home away from home.
Join my army of the dead.
Mr. Llama, I am glad my girlfriend introduced me to your channel.
Aw, that's sweet.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thanks, Sandy. Any tips on what? What do you want tips for? Oh, Warren, are you here? Can you turn off the torchlight timer?
Neelathok's home away from home.
And just remove it. Which class and build does not lose farm speed on players 8? This is one. Lightning's on once she gets strong enough. I mean, everybody's gonna kind of lose a little bit of time, but the amount for lightning's on or poison jab, they both just slap. So many lightning means though? We'll use infinity for him. I didn't say it'd be easy, but when do we think lateral start? Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Oh, Neelathok's
Because there's a lot of children who need a cooking. I mean, that's not what it... No, that's not what I mean.
Join my army of the dead.
Also, when is the next Mr. Llama Raps coming out?
I've got something kind of started. It's got a couple verses. It has the idea behind it, everything there. I have another thing that has like 4 verses. That one kind of has some other complications to it. But the one that I want to release, I think the beat actually isn't a beat that was made for me. I think it was one I got online somewhere. I don't know if it's like a free to use beat or not. So I'm going to have somebody take that beat and then kind of twist it around and make it into, you know, make their own version of it that I can actually use for it. So, oh no. That's it, fish. Actually, I do want that. I have somebody who helps me with beats now, but if for some reason he can't help me with beats, whatever it is, then I will reach out. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Leaky.
Oh.
This is on player 7.
I'm trying to hear Mr. Llama on a West Side Gun type beat.
West Side Gun type. I don't know what that means. What up, Dazzling? Happy to have you over here. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you have not already. Cliff Killer. To, oh, I already have Cliff Killer. Really? Didn't think I did. To know when the streams are live, get that notification. You can also make sure you enable code notifications so it'll really tell you. Thank you, Sly Shady. And Dazzlington. Did Blizzard say how long PTR will be? You'll do one better. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for the Prime sub. It does help.
Oh, Neelathok's home away from home.
I really do want to get Titans on this chick, but it's like, let's get to the next level and a spirit. Give me my your things. Hope the 30% singer will make it feel good. I mean, mana is still an issue for singing. And I still just think late game, like Act 3, Act 4, Act 5, it's still just going to be weak. Like, it really just struggles in the super late game of stuff. But that's okay still. I mean, it'll definitely make it feel a lot better. It'll improve it plenty, you know. No, it's not she. But I want free low Titans and 35 Spirit. I mean, this is single player, so. Do I get kudo points per follow as well, or is it only subs? Twitch confuses me. I don't get any money for people following my channel, but it helps with when I reach out to sponsors or they reach out to me. They'll be like, oh, he has X number of followers, or oh, there's X number of viewers there. You know, all of that stuff helps. So even though I don't actively get any money from that stuff, you know, if you don't have as many followers or as many subs on YouTube or whatever it is, it's just gonna, you're just gonna get less activity, right? A lot of places will look for, you know, 100,000 followers for minimum for this sponsorship or whatever it is. Fireclaw Armageddon hybrid druid. I mean, Armageddon still just doesn't seem like it's gonna hit enough, you know. That's the problem.
Oh, Neelathok's home away from home.
I mean, they'd have to pay me an okay amount to play D3. I know no ability.
Afternoon.
I've already put in my 2 cents about Plague to them. Spirit over Rhyme for Javazon?
Oh,
Yeah, I want the plus to skills. Keen for bows on leveling? Me too.
Vacation with 5 gifted subs. Wow. Mwah. Given back, he says. That's very sweet. Okay. Plus strength is got to be somewhere, right? Don't I have a Ravenfrost? Is that on my other guy? It must be. I had a shale here the whole time? Oh my god. That's annoying. $155 strength. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? That's so sad. I know, there's no way I possibly could have seen that I had that rune. Do I think they'll add this feature into the game? Like I say, I'm hopeful they'll add currency tab one day.
Oh, Neelathok's home away from home.
But who knows? Who knows? Just got here. What are we doing? We're leveling to 79 and then putting the spirit on. And then I don't know. Check out World Zone. Not doing souls. Lobby also needs improvement. I mean, there's still plenty of wins that they can have. That's the thing. They're bringing a lot of cool changes and stuff, but there's still a lot of things that they just... God, I hope they do.
Join my army of the dead.
Hey, just got here. What are we doing?
Farming. You could go get your map seed from like some file reader of some sort, but it's not just going to be openly available. How long do I stream on average? It's been shorter lately. I'm still trying to figure out exactly my routine. You know, I'm still a little all over the place with it, but it's improving. I've definitely gotten better to get more on track. So I'd say probably like 3 to 4 hours lately. In general, I'd like to be around about 4.5, I think. Am I playing the new ladder? Yeah, I will be. Where did I get the Zon torch? This is just the barb torch. I would need to go torch farming again to get a Zon one, and I mean, it would be very helpful to have a Zon one, but again, that could be a lot of farming. I think so, Andreas.
Oh, Neelathok's home away from home.
Have I thought about hiring a manager? Like Emroy? Oh, God, no.
I'll show you my gear.
Army of the dead.
How can I see what gear you're wearing? I'm coming from YouTube.
I've considered it a little bit here and there. Wow, unique amulet and chances. But I don't know. Ultimately, like, I enjoy where my streaming is at, you know? I don't have hopes to be XQC or anything like that. Like, I like where it's at. I'm very happy. I feel very blessed. I'm able to survive. Ooh, 39 chances. And live comfortably and still go and have my own life, you know? And that's something where, you know, you can overdo it for sure. Very easy. You see a lot of people, a lot of streamers overdo it and they're unhappy for it, so. Of everyone I said I could name, I said XQC. I just said him because he's, you know, a big streamer. But, I mean, insert any, you know, bigger streamer's name here. It's just like a lot of times they're, you know, working so much, right? And they're, you know, even if it's something like their merch or whatever, things like that, like, it's just like, so much stuff. They're always having to go and do content, you know? When I was talking with Pokimane, because we were hanging out when we were doing the Olympic stuff, and she was like, well, I have to go here and, like, you know, be like this for this person's thing, and then I have to go and take photos, a photo shoot for this, and then I have an interview for this, and, you know, her manager's like going through all the stuff, and it was like, ugh. You know? So, I mean, she does very well for herself, and, you know, I hope she's having fun and enjoying it, but I'm just like, I don't want to do it. I much prefer having time in my life and not worrying about that stuff and not having any of those things to go do and, you know, enjoying my time playing D2 and then living my life. Thanks, Billy.
Home away from home.
I don't like Superior Enigma. Too expensive, and you can RAL repair it if you want, but So I'm acquainted with Pokimane? Yeah. Because we had the Olympics thing, so we like chat a little bit and stuff. Thoughts on map transparency? I mean, I like having mine pretty bold. Some people play video games no matter what, so why don't they stream it 16 hours a day? Because playing video games and streaming are very different. One is playing video games and, you know, being by yourself. The other is being on a show, putting a show on. Takes a lot of energy, a lot of attention. What is the unique amulet? What do you guys think? I agree. I think it's Mara's as well. I would take High Lords here, though. Oh, wait. We actually have High Lords, don't we? Maybe not. I could have sworn I did, though. I do. Where is it? Is it on this guy? Nice. Watch this next one be High Lords, and we just moved it over for no reason. All right, it is
Join my army of the dead.
Do you still post about finance stuff?
Stupid amulet. Yes and no. I mean, if there's any questions, people have anything like that, I'm not actively like doing the grow the buck up stuff and things currently, but I mean, I'm always happy to answer questions and do that stuff.
Oh, Neelathog's home away from home. I can't carry anymore.
Will you post you going through hell on your grails on? Yes. It's the charity stream was actually a majority of it, so I did post that. Here's my current gear, just random. That, Shaco, High Lords, Rhyme, but we're going to make that Spirit, Peace, Sanders, Dual Res, Razor Tail, Light Res, and then Sandstorms. Pendle drops Q level 86. Do I think Zod's going to be more valuable after 2.4? Yeah, I think a lot of people will like Obsession. I think it looks fun. Silk Waves OP for cows? It's true.
Afternoon.
All right. Spirit Shield time. I have not fish. It's a nice drop. You dropped a Mang Songs. Is that worth anything? Just the pride.
I am overburdened.
Just a little bit of pride.
Good day.
Let's go players 3. See how that goes. Very decent. Silkweeds actually would be really nice. I think about the skill changes. I like a lot of them. Very excited to try out next patch. No. Gem shrines do not refresh. Any of the changes I disagree with? I mean, once I get into it and see it, then I'll be able to have a better idea of that. Right now it's hard to say if I disagree with any of them or not. Holy Fire might be too strong. I don't like this guy. Need to get him in the middle of a bunch of cows. Jeez, he takes no damage. Die already. This player's 3. Oh, finally. That was awful. Rune. I don't think I need any more lums, really. Is the mustache for Tinder? A girl told me that it looked nice, so now I can't let it shave it off.
I can't carry anymore.
Gonna rock a mustache for the rest of my life now. I got trolled? No way. She said it looked good. Girls don't just lie about things like that. That wouldn't be a nice thing to do. Nice X. Thanks. Sorry. You're eating? Well, now you just have a little something something on your... Just wipe it off. Push it to the side.
Hello.
Greetings.
1 to elemental skills.
Moo.
Hey,
My
look, a
God, I
streak.
hope so,
How
Cal.
nice.
Greetings.
Hey, look, a streak. Thanks, Fate. No way. Yeah, I really do hope they fix up chat, though. It's pretty annoying. Okay. Bring more cows. Do I believe they'll add land back? No, I do not. I mean, they sounded pretty clear on that being kind of done.
I need a key.
Join my
I would say.
army of the dead.
Mr. Llama, hit me up if you ever need a mortgage broker.
Yeah. Will do, thank you. I was looking at this nice home, but it's $2 million. Yeah, they removed it for security reasons. So maybe a little bit out of our price range. but it was a nice home. I mean, oh, it was gorgeous. You should have seen it. That's a hint we should be subbing more? No, that wasn't a hint for that.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
We gotta turn off exclamation mark charity if we go for that home.
Greetings.
Oh.
Moo.
For Mr. Llama's 2 million home fund.
Thank you, Titanium. I'll put it towards the 2 million home fund. Main goal is Jaw now? Yeah. When Titans? I mean, basically right now we either farm as such or we go look for Titans. Kind of our two options. Am I stopping doing LK? Or we go back to LK for 4 more Sirs. Also possible. Somebody asked what else I do besides stream. I mean, everything I do is still within like my own job, right, of it. But I do guide writing for Icy Veins, exclamation mark guides. Probably take you to a lot of that stuff. So if you see any of the Icy Veins D2 guides, those are mine. I do the YouTube and Twitter content. Or Twitch content that we make. And then I have arena.gl for the event hosting. So I work with that stuff. Oh boy, I don't like it. Dangerous. And yeah. Superior Monarch. Ethereal Monarch. Good for the CTA, I guess. Any luck with it so far? What does it mean to be lucky with it, you know?
Good to see you.
Has it landed us anything big? Not yet, but good for Spirit on Act 3 Merce, if you want. Where are my runes at, man? This player's 7 right now. You want... There's an Ort rune. Is it too much to ask for a little Jaw rune?
Are you familiar with Bigger Pockets?
It's a podcast of some sort, right? Probably like a whole little thing.
Join my army of the dead.
I'm not sure I've done much.
Hey, is
or
there a way to
seen
see
much
what
of it,
gear
but-
you're using?
I just showed it a little bit ago, but otherwise, no. Shaco, some random jabs, peace, spirit, razor tail,
It's locked.
Move.
things like that. Thank you, DMN. Appreciate the Prime sub. We will put it towards the Mr. Law Messi $2 million house fund. Is a trap sin good for cows? The corpse explosion's decent. Cows, not chaos / bail. I don't have infinity. I mean, I'm just looking for some plus to some runes right now. Bladesin should be fun for cows. Bro, Bladesin should be fun for everywhere. Can't wait.
It's locked.
Join my army of the dead.
Llama LC Community
I
House.
work
That's
on
right.
the lending team for the now primary host of the Bigger Pockets podcast,
Oh, cool.
David Green.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Actually, super cool.
Join my army of the dead.
I am shooting my shot for wanting to do a loan for one of my favorite streamers, lol.
I mean, I don't need any loans. That's the only problem, unless I was gonna go buy a house, I guess. But right now, the housing market's insane. How's anybody supposed to buy a house right now? It's crazy. We need to hit 10K subs again. Hell Plague? Dang, nice DJ. I know, right? And I think it'll get better. Maybe. Houses are only for the Twitch 500. Ouch. It's true. I know, Benny. They get you some way. Nice, Bicklow. House prices are even going up in Oklahoma? And who wants to live there? There's always splitting a house with other streamers. I mean, it's true. We could do the content creator house. It's a thing. Fire trap death entry gonna be better for cows early on ladder. I mean, it's definitely decent for it, yeah. I can live with you for free. You have fiber? Oh, don't tempt me with a good time.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
By good time, I mean cheap time. I know, I been looking at van living. Not for me. Can respect it, but just not for me, I think. Find a rich girl and solve all my problems? I mean, I know. Honestly, it's not a bad idea. I've only dated one girl whose family was really rich. I just didn't like her that much. I mean, she was fine, you know, but I wasn't like crazy about her. So I was like, you know, such a dilemma.
Yes.
I do need to keep T-Swift interested. It's a good point. You'll probably end up getting more from Bale at 91. That's crazy. This result from charity the other day. Yep, this is where we're at. So like I said, we're just gonna continue to have it up. My donation button will just go to the charity for the rest of, for like the next month. And yeah, so I'd love for us to hit like, oh nice Dan. I'd love for us to hit like 30K maybe by the end, or if we do one more charity stream, maybe one more. Oh, and the mustache is also, yes, that is also a result.
I need a key.
I mean, it depends how big the sub is, Billy. I'd have to borrow the dog again to shave it. I'd be down for it. Can what be a permanent result? My mustache? Ow. I mean, I don't know. It might eventually change. But right now it's sticking around. So we'll see how long.
It's locked.
You shaved your roommate's dog in college? Mom wasn't happy? No. Yeah, but if you did it for charity, how can they complain? That's gonna be my excuse. I know, it was nice inversion.
Stay a while and listen.
What to do? I mean, doing Uber seems to be pretty solid in early stages. Getting some early torches and selling those. But honestly, just getting any of the early stuff and selling it, you can get a lot for them, you know?
It's locked.
Even doing Andy runs and things like that, just trying to grab, you know, chances and trying to grab, it's locked.
I need a key.
Trying to grab those, trying to grab Shakos and Viper Magi's and all of that stuff. So those things are worth a lot early on. Great helm. Everybody take a shot. I'll be farming torches again early season? Probably. I think it's a solid way to go. I didn't think it would do that much damage. I saw it coming and was like, there's no way it's gonna kill me. Wow. Sniped by the trap. Whew. Oh. I had 128 life left. How strong are these traps, man? My goodness.
Good day.
Okay, it's just the Sabbath I don't have now. Not gonna lie, kinda want those Titans. There's so many things that I want. I want the Titans. I want to do LK farming. Just get the Enigma. Tough choices.
Oh, Neelathok's home.
Yeah, I mean, Andy's obviously a good spot for it. But we've been farming Andy for a bit now and it didn't get any. Is there any set item to upgrade in 2.4? I mean, you could upgrade a variety of them. Depending what you want to do. T-stroke's better? Not in this case, no. There's this mustache. A girl said it looked good, so who am I to argue? I'm Mr. Llama. That is true. Okay. And let me get these 39s. And Spirit. Should go 105. Cool.
The order welcomes you.
Why am I not playing hardcore? I do sometimes. Alright, which mules did I delete? Mule 6 and 7.
Good day.
Okay. We need Pluggy, I know. Perfect amount of MF? I think 300's a really solid number for it. I don't know, Taniaki. I don't know. Hopefully, but not sure. What happened to Emroy? He's just not here today, I guess.
Hello, Mr. Lamea. Hope you are doing good. As a big fan of Sork and Nova, I was wondering, do you think people with just max out Nova, Static and Mastery, and only put 1 point in Thunderstorm, as it does not benefits Nova, it liberates 20 points to put on another spec? Thanks.
Yeah, I could see people doing that. I mean, Thunderstorm still probably doesn't end up having quite the strength that it needs, so I imagine people will just run Nova mixed with something else. But you could also run a full Nova source potentially, and if you do that, you know, it's like, I guess you could max Energy Shield and TK if you want, or, you know, you kind of have some options there of what you want to do. Wait, where'd that bow go? Where'd my Harmony go? Son of a gun. How could Thunderstorm be fixed? Probably just has to hit more often, honestly. Wait, what? Guys, where did I put the Harmony? There's no way I left it on the ground. It must be on that mule, right?
Good day.
You guys are the worst. It's all of you.
I can't use this yet.
What was I doing for dexterity? 37. Ravenfrost. I do have a Raven. It's just over here. Man, my stuff is so mixed up everywhere. Oops. This is a mess. Am I gonna participate in the PTR? Uh-huh. For the first like 3 days of it or so. Thanks, Brev. Yeah, it's player 7. Hey, Faust, how you doing? Makes me keep on speedrun the game. I mean, I just like playing this game. Just in a variety of ways. I actually haven't done a ton of speedrunning with it as of late, though I am excited to once 2.4 comes back and we get new stuff, but I've added the command argument. If you go to my YouTube, !YouTube, you'll see how to add arguments to your game now. Oh, it's huge, Warren. I mean, the nice thing is, even when you're playing through here, and you might not get the exact item you want or whatever it is, you just get so many cool things. You're like, oh, I found some nice charms, though. Oh, I found, you know, a Nightwings. I found better chances. You know, you just kind of slowly get to add more and more fun stuff to your collection, and it was fun. Yeah, I think it is, Anders. Do I think the normal world records will be affected by 2.4? Oh, for sure. I mean, you're literally speeding up like how strong Charged Strike is. You're improving Molten Boulder. I mean, you know, there's definitely going to be a lot of things that get sped up. Fire traps will be improved. I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to be improved, so there could be a lot of speed added. I agree the mustache should stay. It seems to have expanded your knowledge of the outdoors. Thank you. Magic Find doesn't matter for this, so it doesn't. I mean, I don't know what I have on right now. Maybe 200 or something. Oh god.
Ooh.
Rare ring
Only
though.
2 months, but better than nothing.
2 is better than 0. Thank you, Mad Dog. Mwah. For the 2 months. I mean, I do appreciate it, you know. 49ers or Packers? I mean, I think Packers are gonna win. The 49ers did not look that great against the Cowboys. Cowboys just didn't want to win more than 49ers did want to win, so. I mean, they looked okay. The only thing is 49ers had a decent rush, and the Packers' rush defense is kind of garbage. So if they can just hold the ball there, I think that'll be a big win for them. If they can just run the ball over and over and over again. Because Packers run defense is not amazing. Dak forgot the time. Nah, I mean, it's just the Cowboys overall. It's just Lamb forgot how to catch the ball. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff.
Hello.
Wilson's just tripped. Ooh. A lot of blame to be spread around in a lot of places. Coaches just bad. Wow, Matt, man. Watch your mouth. 14 penalties for 100-something yards. I mean, yeah, just all year with the penalties. And that's on coaching, you know. If coaches can't get the players disciplined there. Like, if they control those penalties, they're fine. They win that game. Maybe not the prettiest win, but, you know. But they could not prevent themselves from just ruining so many drives and stuff. Rams or Bucks? Rams have been hot, man. I mean, you can never deny playoff Brady. That's the problem. It's always hard to bet against Brady, but Rams do look good. There's a team I think would take them down. I would say it's the Rams. And yeah, Bucks are a little banged up. Not the Packers. I actually don't think the Packers look that great. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not crazy impressed with the Packers. I mean, you know, they're gonna have they should beat San Francisco here, which shouldn't be like that surprising. But I don't know. I just don't look at the Packers and feel like I see a championship team there. I think their defense is gonna struggle too much. I honestly do. I think I like the Bills this year. You know, I'm like Bills, Rams, Bucks. I feel like one of those three is gonna win. All right, Matt, man.
Hello.
How do I run so fast in town? I have Harmony Bow for the Vigor Aura. Ghost Tanner Worldstone. Bale doesn't cast traps anymore. He doesn't all the time now. Sometimes he will, but yeah, I've noticed that he doesn't do it all the time. What hurts is the Titans actually had the ball with 50 seconds left and were driving down to get the game-winning field goal, and then they threw an interception. It's a tough way to lose, man. And then, I mean, they threw an interception and then still gave up, you know, 20-something yards. It was rough.
Join my army of the dead.
Llama Daddy, what are you most excited about in 2.4?
Hard to say.
Toss up between strafe and summoning buffs for Druid and Necro to me.
I think summoning buffs will be fun. Bladeson is still probably what I most can't wait for. Hey man, Tannehill's gonna Tannehill. Titans had 9 sacks today? Jesus. I mean, you get all the sacks in the world, but you throw 3 picks, it's hard to win, you know? Missed my runs on hardcore. We'll have more of them. Apparently I should have run LK for the shell earlier. I know, how many shells are we gonna find out here? It's ridiculous. Am I also playing Necro? When? Yeah, I'll do ladder. Oh, he dropped the easiest Kittle. How do you drop that? Are you kidding? Yikes. Literally wide open. Just butterfingers, man. That hurts. From a 20-yard plus gain to nothing. To a punt. Yeah, I mean, it's like, what's Jimmy supposed to do? He hits Kittle literally right in the numbers. Again, I mean, they just can't. They just can't catch the ball, man. The fix is in. Oh, for sure, Starbuck. How it could work? I mean, they might just say like every 1,000 SOJs sold or something, every server will spawn Annie, you know? Could work that way, right? Or just all servers. Every game. I mean, be a lot of Annies though. But curious how to work with Xbox. I don't know if they'll spawn separately or at the same time. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, changing it to global seems interesting. They do need to get away from the IP, whatever it is. You can try punch. But I imagine if you already have it subscribed, then I doubt it. What is my stream schedule? I've been trying to catch your streams, but they seem to be whenever for a couple of hours. It's hard to argue with that. I will make you guys a promise. Once I get back from my ski trip, which will be February 3rd, I will set something up by Valentine's Day. I will have a rough schedule. Now, I'm not going to be always exactly on the minute with it. It'll fluctuate 30 minutes here and there, and you know. It'll have some shifting. There'll still be changes on whatever, but I'm going to go to Colorado and ski. With gymnasium. But I will make you guys the promise by Valentine's Day. My Valentine's Day gift to you guys will be a schedule. Will I be watching the girl's dog on Valentine's Day while she goes out on a date? I like that dog, so I'd be okay with it. And Colorado's great skiing. Careful, James. Who's Darcy? A dog.
I need mana.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll be on schedule 100% of the time. Sometimes. I don't believe I've had Omicron. Nothing I tested for or had symptoms for. Come on, Rune. I hope not, Go Farm. 4% MF, small charm. 25 max damage. It's kind of fun. Kind of a fun jewel. Just for that big old damage jam. Yeah, I know, Sergeant. Come on. Where are my nice runes at? Do I think martial arts? I mean, it's going to be interesting. You'll be able to run a lot of charges and keep a lot of charges up. So you can really mess around with all that stuff. How do you get any on single player? You sell 1 SOJ. How many runs per high rune? What's the math on it? Somebody has the math somewhere. Plus, you can dragonfly it all over the place. Yeah, I'm probably going to make every rune for it. Also a possibility. 1 in 450. Ink slick. We're due. I feel like we're due for a nice high rune. Two gold runes in 4 hours. It's a Vex rune. I'll take it. Yeah. Not every ladder they're going to release new rune words, but something like that is what they were hinting at. Like, a lot of ladders, they'll release some new rune words, and those will shift into the ladder only then, and then everything else will move to non-ladder right after the ladder ends. Why not buff uniques? I would also be cool. I mean, a lot of people just like rune words overall, but I'd be cool if they did some unique changes. Make Templar's Might actually a baller item or something. I mean, Tyrio's Might. I mean, Templars too, but... Obsession does look really cool. I don't think it looks overpowered. I mean, I think it looks very, very cool, though. Review the top 20 rarest uniques and do something. Yeah. Just noticed my hair grew back so fast. Yeah, it grows pretty fast, honestly. It's always been pretty fast growing hair. I mean, you have to remember, a staff is making up both the hand and shield slot. So, you know, if you have Spirit and Hodo, you basically have to compare what you're getting to Spirit and Hodo. Not counting all the other combinations you can get. I think Obsession is pretty right in line with around there. It's, you get the extra life and you don't have to have the as high of strength requirements, but you lose a little bit of stuff, so a little mix and match, but you get some more resistances. It's interesting. Nah, 6 open socket staff is easy. You can just socket any staff on the ground. Now, any of the, you know, War Staff, Rune Staff, Archon Staff, that one. But if you want to get a really good one with like +3 to, you know, Nova, +3, right, that stuff, then you're going to have to, that'll take some time to find. I just press H for hell. Little shortcut. Is that a Monarch? No. So looking for Burr? Yeah. Single player maps remain the same. Man. Niners can just not get an offense going. They are struggling. You're not going to purchase a war staff now. Not like a white war staff. That would get 6 open sockets. But if you go do 1 cows run, you should be fine.
Yes. Good day.
16 to life, not bad. Burroon next go. Let's go. Burroon. Burr. I mean, that wouldn't be bad paper. Be interesting. For like the offhand staff or something. Just roll a 652 CTA. Nice. Where Burr? It was supposed to drop on that run. I think it got caught a couple runs behind where it's supposed to drop, so it should be coming soon. Most definitely. Almost definitely. It's a problem with offline, not on streamer servers. I know. I need to have a talk with Blizzard about that and make sure I can just get a streamer server that I can run offline single player on as well. Ugh, so annoying, you know. Such a hard life being a streamer. Having to let Blizzard give you all the good stuff. Those are almost nice boots. 30 fast Roanoke, 10 hit recovery, but only single res, I think. Obsession. I mean, Obsession is just kind of trying to give an alternative to Zod and Stabs. I don't think it's supposed to be one of those rune words that like creates a new build or anything. Though, I do believe it potentially gives the option for a Nova Sorceress to kind of exist a little bit more with the changes they made to Nova. And then if you get +3 Nova as well on that and stuff, I mean, I think it gives some option there, so. You just found my Sir Rune? Curse you! Nova Source Wooting Infinity was already viable and good. I mean, that's also true. But you could run the Infinity on your Mercenary and then run Obsession in your hand. And with the plus to Novas and everything there, now you've got really some high damage and could be solid, you know. I mean, you could be 200 FCR on that, I think. No need a serum, but one more burr and I can make infinity. Then you do need a sir. Yeah, I'm using P7.
I can.
You think it's Nova Source is going to be #1 ladder build? I mean, I definitely think Nova Source is going to have some good potential. Because you're also running max static, which is going to be just this massive range of static. Really, Gecko? I mean, I think there's only like 3 burr chests, but 11 Sir chests in the combination of it all. So Sir runes are definitely much more likely to drop than burr runes, but I hate tiny map in the corner. Oh, it's the worst. Map over face is the way to go. What's this beard? I don't really have a beard anymore. Dang, Ultra. It's lucky. You found your first burr the day after you found your first jaw, both in the tunnels? Nice. Nice. Chances of Telly Woof? Doesn't seem likely. Is running Hell Tower for runes and combine them a viable strat to get high rune? Not really. I mean, technically, but ugh, it'd be awful. Do I think like any of the new mercenaries will take over?
Moo.
I mean, I could see Act 1 freezing arrow with mist for 100% pierce. Maybe in some cases.
Moo.
I could see some people running enchant. Thanks, Green Panda. Thanks, Big Daddy. And I could see Act 5 having some fun for maybe, you know, just some more like hardcore scenarios or things like that. Overall, though, I think Act 2 with Infinity is still just going to be too good for a lot of, you know, a lot of mercenaries. Mustache at Point Redemption. It was from the charity. Exclamation mark charity. We reached the 25k goal, so we did it. At 26k, I've got an Enigma to give away, and maybe we'll give away some other items as well. Mustaches are the hottest. There you go. See? Yeah, so we did it for a charity goal, and then a girl told me she thought it looked good. So now I'm just going to have a mustache for the rest of my life, probably. You guys know how it goes.
Moo.
Then what happened with the Prime sub? 3 primes in a row. We got a little Prime train going. Who's going to tell them that girls lie? Girls don't lie. You think a girl would lie just to inflate a guy's ego so he feels better? No way.
Moo.
Base chimp, thank you. What up, match? Y'all are delusional. 28 months. Wow. And
Oh.
FG Santos as well with the Prime sub. How much longer am I streaming today? Not too much longer today. Not too much longer. But we will actually have some decent streams here coming up. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. How do I subscribe through Prime on mobile? Exclamation mark Prime? I don't know if you can subscribe through Prime or through, yeah. With Prime on mobile.
Yes.
You can check there. Coming here to leave the Bezos sub. I appreciate it more than you know. I mean, hey, if everybody came and just left their Bezos sub at this channel, we could afford that $2 million home. Too strong, 5U, thank you. I have to go to the website to subscribe with Prime. Gotcha. Am I related to Crip? Nope. I don't know if I'll do any of the cooking ones, Mango. Did I say thank you to Too Strong 5U? Yeah, I did. Crip's Romanian. Oh, I'm Italian. I mean, which similarities? If you had a Prime membership, it would go to me. Thank you. It's very sweet. This man buying a $2 million home? Well, we're not, but how fun would it be if we could? Right? Not that fun? Probably not. Seems like a lot of work, maintenance, upkeep, expense, 5-figure mortgage. Who can afford that? It's okay, I'll stay in my apartment.
Greetings.
Ooh, 4 all res, small charm. Yes, please. I meant monthly mortgage payment of 5 figures. Sounds about right, Mango. When I'm doing okay, am I ever tempted to switch to the just chatting category? I mean, maybe. I mean, honestly, that's a lot of the Holy Grail. But I mean, it's also something I really like about Holy Grail is like...
Moo?
It's, you know, it's more of a just chatting, hanging out, fun time. Thank you, Lathias, with the sub. Yeah, that'd be a little sick Anubis. Like I said, that's why we just need to triple our sub count. Vertigo, thank you. Does gold count as a high rune? Not quite, usually. Vex is usually where people start counting high runes. Could I give a brief summary of Holy Grail strats? I mean, the like ultimate one here is to get to Enigma as fast as possible, get a Berserk Barbarian, and then run Pits and Pindle with Berserk. That's if you want to be like super fast. But otherwise, gear up, go to Andy and Mephisto, get yourself some basic gear like I've got here with, you know, Arachnid Mesh and your Spirit Shield and all that stuff, your Shaco, blah, blah, blah. And then you can kind of bump it from there if you want. You know, you can run Amazon, you can run just in, you know, your Blizz source and things like that, and you'll be running around area level 85s like Pit and Tunnels and Chaos and all that stuff. I know. Bad day for LK, man. Just a bad day for the LK. $105 or 200 FCR lightning source. Best thing for LK runs is the 200. I don't have enough gear for a 200 FCR though right now. Have I gotten Enigma yet? No, I have 2 Sir runes. So we either need a Jaw rune, which we can't get here, or we need 4 more Sir runes or 2 Burr runes or whatever it is if we want to cube that way. I do have my Amazon level 80 now. I might get her Titans and then do more just like cowing with her and try and get the Jaw rune there. That's a possibility, you know. First Amazon, I played a long time doing Javazon. It's tough when I run to lightning immunes. Yeah, you generally are either A, you want to run that low resist one on your off, and you can use that for a lot of them. B, you can also just avoid, you know, try and like just avoid them. It's honestly a pretty good strategy. Modify an emote means you can take one of the emotes that are available there, and then you can add like sunglasses to it or something like that. It's just like a fun little silly thing you can do on Twitch. Sarah within next 5 runs guaranteed. I like it. If I don't get it, you have to gift a sub though, because you guaranteed it. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. I know, the Nightwing's Veil, 14%, 20 dex. I mean, actually pretty insane. It's a super rare item, so I'm super happy with today. Even if, like, we get nothing else, I'll still be a little sad. I mean, we leveled up our Amazon to 80 and things like that, so that was nice. But I mean, it just takes a while to cool down. You know, I'm trying to kind of farm it efficiently, and it's still just taking a bit. I'm doing like half efficiency.
Move.
Crimson, thank you. So I forgot where I was going with that. What I was answering there. Oh yeah, it just takes a while to do it and everything there. 3 out of 5. Thank you very much. So you were able to Prime sub on mobile? Did you have to just go to the site, like view it in desktop mode or whatever? Or was there some other way? You can't buy sub tokens anymore. They got rid of that. Now you just subscribe right on the app. Sub tokens are gone. You'll donate a sub if I don't get a Hiron in the next month. I mean, I'm getting a Hiron in the next month. 5 out of 5. Oof. 1 hard point per skill. Oh god, I don't even know. Rick Bite.
Rickbite87 gifted a tier 1 sub to Trunken Duncan.
Thank you. Very sweet. I mean, hey, you know, you guarantee. I appreciate the money back guarantee right there. Peace Sokon with 5 gifted subs. Wow. Thank you. And the Boatman. Hey, good to see ya. 26 months. How you doing? What happened with 10 runs? I'll donate 10 subs if you don't get Vex Plus in 10 runs. Wow. We'll get you that house. We're working towards it.
Stay a while and listen.
If you guys give me that house, I'll have a big all house party. I need to do them backwards now. Start from the other side. I mean, it's slower because I got to go all the way there, and I'm not. If I was going back to the Act 4 waypoint like you normally did back in the old days, then I would. But now the load times are way too awful. From the official Twitch app, there's a Prime sub option you can use when you click the subscribe option. Oh wow! So you can use your Prime sub from mobile now. I didn't think you could before. Thanks, Smith. Moo. He just said Twitch app. Well, the Twitch app is on mobile. When will I be streaming PTR? Soon as it's live on Tuesday. Whatever that is. And Corey with the Prime sub. Meh. Doesn't have it on iPad. OS had to use the browser there. Okay. Okay, we got another foul rune. I mean, if I get Vex Plus, I'll gift 50 subs in these before that 10 run countdown goes down. I'll give you that. I'll give a 10 times odds sub for Vex Plus. To anybody reputable in the chat. Good evening, Doom. Do I love my Prime subs or money subs more? I need to know before I sub. I love all of my subs equally as people. And whichever one they choose to use on the channel, I appreciate. That being said,
Mr. Llama Heart.
Thanks, Lick. Generally, somebody who subscribes not with Prime, it ends up being better in the long run because if people subscribe with Prime, a lot of times you know, they're not always the day it expires renewing their sub and all that stuff, and sometimes they forget, and then they forget who they were subscribed to and all that stuff, right? So I'd say people who subscribe as a paid subscriber generally end up benefiting the channel more in the long run. But I mean, if you have a Prime sub to use, and I'm never gonna complain about anybody's subscribing.
Moo.
Moo. Thank you, Cotton Candy Randy, with the Prime. What does a Prime sub do for me? It gives me a sub for the month. So it gives me the same amount that I get from a paid sub. It's fair boat, man. Wow, another foul rune. 3 foul runes. My goodness.
Moo.
I think Subathon for 4 months. Do I have any videos of the Assassin Blade skill interaction? Like the new blades and how it's going to work? 10 out of 10 runs down. No Vex plus, just a lot of fouls. And Slain coming through with 10 gifted subs. And I believe somebody else, did they want to make a 5-run bet? Oh wait, I said 50, so I was actually only at 5x. I mean, I just pay for it, Blaze, and
Mr.
get less of
Llama
it back, so
forever.
yes. It's just cost. Thanks, Rob. But then some people get subs, which is fun. Thank you so much. Burmalbol Burith Polearm, yeah. I know. Sold Spankered with 10 gifted subs as well. My God. Alright. And Mad Dog with 5 gifted subs. Officer Llama is gonna put you guys under arrest for speeding through that hype train. My goodness. Mwah. Big kisses to you all. Insane. Insane. Don't you haha me.
No.
Thanks, Oxygen. Road to 10k subs again is live. Slow and steady. Will I be testing out possibly new good builds in the PTR? Yeah. Yeah, we will. We're gonna, I mean, I'm gonna probably get a little buck wild with the, we'll see with the PTR, because I am going skiing, I think like 3 days after it launches. So for 3 days, I'll have a lot of fun and we'll test out a lot of things and all that stuff. Then I'll be on vacation with Gymnasium for a little bit. And then when I come back, though, thank you, West Coast and Oxygen. Then when I come back, though, I feel like with the new ladder and the PTR and all of the pieces, I'm just gonna go ham. Because we have so many new, like, I might just remake all of the guided playthroughs. Because I feel like I have to. Like, they're all different now, you know?
Join my army.
Not all of them, but a lot of them. Thanks, Namaha. So we could just do like a guided playthrough you know, every couple days or... I mean, they do work well on the 3 days.
Over a year. Nice.
Thanks, Lilesia.
Counting down the days till I can play again.
I feel ya. Especially with the Merc fix. Yeah, it's like the Merc fix is going to change a lot of that stuff because they can't be bugged anymore. We're going to have new skills and new synergies. You know, some of them removed, so that's going to change some things up. So we've got a couple new items that, you know, have some potential to be in there. I mean, it really does give us a lot of options and a lot of ways to kind of change it up some. So thanks, B. Waller. I don't know, Crazy. Yeah, it's like, will the Act 3 Mercenary be smart enough that when bosses are nearby, he'll like spam static? Or is he just gonna kind of randomly do it and that's it? They removed Inferno. So, at least we don't have that anymore. Now it'll be Firebolt, Fireball, Enchant. I think that's all for the fire. And then Charge Bolt, Lightning, and Static for the lightning one. Will I do the guided playthroughs online or offline? What do you think? Don't die, don't die, don't die. Choo choo! What is that emote? It's cute. Offline so we don't have to hear all the Twitch alerts? Oh no, it's gonna be on stream. But they mean single player or multiplayer. Yeah, I mean, the AI is just never smart enough, so it's hard to bet on them, like, being smart enough to use that. Ooh! Oh! Okay, that's not bad. A 21 AR is a little disappointing, but 16 life, 65 mana, 20 light res, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. It's a solid ring. Online for the lack of static maps. I mean, we could do that for that purpose, yeah. Offline, though, we can have faster leveling and all that. I mean, it's definitely... This is actually a good YouTube poll I should do. And I mean, you guys can vote in it too, just like a community poll.
Moo.
Where do I go to community? For 2.4 guided playthroughs, would you prefer them to be online or in single player? How do I poll? Online, single player. Okay, I don't know how to really share that, but you can go vote there. That'll be helpful. Stop it.
Many moons have passed since I left the town of Tristram behind me.
Oh my god. My bad. The new rune words will only work online. I mean, that is one of the benefits. But then, if I'm using those new rune words, people will be like, but I was in single player and I couldn't use the new rune word, you know? So there's definitely benefit and downfall to each of them, you know? I mean, that was kind of the same thing with the last guided playthroughs. I tried to do them without using the online rune words. And I would just talk about them and say, you know, this would be a great time to get spirit or something like that. What did I knock over? Oh, okay. Just got to do online and offline? Oh, okay. They will be offline after ladder. Ugh, it just feels complicated. You know, guided playthroughs shouldn't have to be that complicated. Which rune do I think will replace current best in slot? I mean, I could see Obsession becoming a best in slot. I could see for fire builds, Fire Druid especially, Flickering Flame, and Mist could become... I mean, I think Faith still wins in a lot of places, but Mist has potential, especially for like a Freezing Arrow, Act 1 Mercenary or something. Thanks, Ron. Glad you like the mustache. Such a pity Cheers my ass crap. I agree. Yeah, and I think I'm good with that. I don't want every one of the rune words they gave us to be best in slot. The only thing I don't like is Wisdom having a pull rune cost. Other than that, I like everything about pretty much everything they brought out there. And I guess Plague being swords only. I don't like that. You want Standard of Heroes to do something? Well, when Act 6... Yeah, that'd be great if they gave us some sort of way to use it. I agree. Maybe one day. Wisdom should have Shale instead of Pole. Something like that, honestly. It's just... Even like Lum or Co. What? I didn't say nothing. What'd you say? Did you say something? I didn't say anything. Mods, delete all clips. Ah, where are my high runes, man? Where's any of my runes? Foul. I found 3 fouls. This has been pathetic. Oh, wow. We ended up staying a little bit longer than we want to. Okay. I got a pack. I'm going to go rock climb tomorrow. Outdoors for the first time. Gonna try getting my hands on some real rocks, seeing how it goes. So, who knows? We'll try and be safe and have fun. Not bouldering, no, I'm gonna rope in. I'll try not to die. I'll do my best. We'll see. Maybe I do, but... you know, see how it goes. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, don't forget to follow along. Just hit 206,000 followers. Road to 250K. Sure, why not? Yeah, it's been great. You guys are so kind, so sweet. Thank you for the gifted subs and everything there. Thank you to everybody who donated to !charity as well. Very kind and thoughtful for the kids. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure. Maybe late tomorrow. But I will be driving out and kind of far away and whatever. So I don't have an exact knowledge of tomorrow's time. If I stream, it'll be late tomorrow. If not, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, grind and streams all through that time as always. So we'll be hitting that. And then, like I said, by Valentine's Day, I promise I will get you guys a schedule. I'll get you guys something there, and you'll have a better idea of when stream and all is going to happen, and you know, all that fun stuff. Oh, I've done thousands. It feels like a lot of them. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Thank you, Grady. And I will see you guys tomorrow, late or Monday. Either way, check the Discord, follow here, check Twitter. You'll get it all there. Mwah! Kisses to you all.